Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GWE100, the Tier 10 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Cliff, and it's under the command of randyxx777 of the Estro clan. Game on. Okay, it's a fictional Arty, it never actually existed. The Germans never made a Geschutzwagen out of an E100, although they did make the E100 hull. It was never in this configuration because it was supposed to be a standard heavy tank, and they were going to mount the turret mid-vehicle with the engine at the rear. And it was going to be very much like, well, a bit like the Mouse really, but that was a rear-mounted turret. Now, that 260 was way too quick for him to get a shot on them. And can't get a shot now. We've got a batch out 25T AP, which is a tier 9. Rounds out. He did get some splash. Oh, he's picking up loads of stun assist off that one. Loads of stun assist. 990 stun assist from only 130 hit points of damage. Now, as his team actually controls the north side of the donut at the moment, which is, well, you can probably see we're actually looking to the left of the donut at the moment. But as we contain the donut, the enemy can't see where Randy is located, so he can get shots on these enemy vehicles. Okay, he's going to try and hit the AE phase 1. That was a good hit. 242, and he's getting stun assist as well. Yes, taking control of the south side, or the west side I should say, of the donut actually has major benefits for our teammates, because now that Randy can actually shoot at these enemy tanks and doesn't have to worry about being spotted. Okay, we've got T30 here, just lost a huge amount of hit points. Rounds out. Oh! Well, Randy claims his first kill. A T30 who took 3 shots in quick succession, and then Randy put him out of his misery for 313 hit points. And the A phase 1's just gone down. Standard reload for this RT, 37.39 seconds. Randy's got 28.85. Now, one good thing about this RT is you do get plenty of ammunition. You get 30 rounds. Rounds out. Direct hit for 423. You can see that hit the observation port, or is it the machine gun port on the rear of the Jaeger, which happens to be a weak spot. Oh, what have we got there? Looks like we've got an enemy tank that actually went over the edge, but still got killed. Going back to the Jaeger. He's just took a huge hit from somebody. Rounds out. And that's a kill. So, in succession, he's had a number of tanks, or rather, he had the T30 and now he's got the Jaeger, where he's actually been able to get a kill because repeatedly the enemy took heavy hits on some of their tanks. That Jaeger took a massive hit from somebody, over 1,000 hit points I think it was. It may have been our Death Star that got that shot. We're now looking at a Leopard. It's a difficult shot. He's trying to line it up so he can hit the guy. Fully dialed in. Rounds out. It is a direct hit for 328. He waited for the Leopard to come forward, and the moment he did, he fired the round in and got a lovely hit right on his front. Leopards don't have much armor. Well, we're 5 tanks up over the enemy on this game, so they are falling very, very rapidly. Going back to that Leopard. Get another shot in. Well, he went down eventually to the Viz 55. Took 2 shots in quick succession. One of the enemy RT's just been spotted, a T92. He didn't last very long. And the Leopard took a splash for 247. There's only 4 enemies left. Oh, 3 enemy left now because the Leopard just bit the dust. 1 enemy tank is right up in the sniper's nest, and he's just been taken out. And I suspect there's an enemy RT down here. He's marked the map where he thinks he is. The only enemy RT left is a batch at 155.58. There's the Leopard prototype, the only other remaining tank on the enemy team. He's gone, which means now we're only looking at the enemy Arty now. Randy thinks he's over in this corner. I think he's actually a little further over. I think he might be near the house. Tracer seemed to come from the bushes near the house. Well, he fired one in. Our guys are at the cap area. Where is he? There he is! Before we can even get a shot in, the enemy has gone down, and that's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tanker for randyxx777 in the GWE900. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6. And his win rate from the game, 1,733, which is very good indeed. Let's have a look at the team score and see how much he scored. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be 4,664. Went to the Viz55 in our team. Second highest damage was the Leopard prototype up in the sniper's nest. He managed 4,549 hit points for the enemy team. And he actually got a tank sniper award as well, because he was doing most of his damage at long range. Third highest was the T54E1 with 3,322 hit points. And we can see Randy managed to get 1,819 hit points out of that game. When it came to kills, he actually shared the top spot, because the T54E1, Randy in his GWE900, the Death Star, the FP215B183, and the Leopard prototype A on his own team all managed to get 2 kills. In fact, only the rest all got 1 kill, and only 4 members of the enemy team actually managed to get a kill in that game at all. And when it came to base XP, he's a little further down the table with only 748, but the high score going to the CS5063, who managed 1,047, the only player to get over 1,000 base. 997 went to the T54E1, and 824 to the Viz55. He fired only 8 rounds. It was a very quick battle, only lasted 5 minutes 20 seconds or thereabouts. 5 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated, but he did get 7 splash. Damage of 1,819 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 6 to the enemy, killed 2, so wasn't quite there to get a Confederate. 3,026 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns, so he did very well, but not enough to get an ace tanker. On a free-to-play account, he actually earned a profit on 2,591 credits because he did have to pay for consumables, and he also picked up 5 bonds because it was tier 10, and 1,496 experience points. So he said a fast and furious game. Yes, it certainly was. His team actually took all the right spots straight away, and they made it very difficult for the enemy to win that game. The enemy tried to get the horseshoe by sending in that Object 261, but the back chat didn't fare so well, because the moment he was stunned by Randy, the rest of the team just piled on in, and Randy picked up a huge amount of stun assist very, very quickly. And of course, that Object 260 wasn't able to capitalize and take the donut at all. And as a result of that, the enemy really lost the ability to gain ground. Anyway, that's the end of the first replay. Let's have a look at the second one. In the second replay, you can see that Randy is on the north spawn of mines. Okay, let's see where he decides to fire from. I think mines being such a well-played map, most of the firing positions are known to all Arty players. It's a little difficult to find original and new firing positions, so you just have to try and keep changing or keep altering where you actually shoot from. Okay, and his first shot is from just inside the cap area, and he spotted a TNH, gets a direct hit with his first shot, 363, and he's already changing position. Can't actually see where that shot landed on the TNH. Let's go for another one. Just trying to work out where to fire. Rounds out. Yep, that definitely struck him. 259. And he's changing position again. Not having to move very far. Now, we've noticed on the South Island there's a Sharp Future 4, and he's also been joined by Leopard 1. So, yes, we might have to consider that, because those ones are the direct threat. Oh, you can see where the shield impacted right on the front upper plate of the TNH. Rounds out again. That one seemed to hit the turret. But loads of stun assist. And TNH is no more. He's now a wreck. Change position. Yes, he spotted that Shah and the Leopard 1. No shot though, because they're actually trying to play Arty safe, hide behind the rock. Might be able to get one over the top at the Leopard. Nope, didn't work. I was a bit optimistic there, and I think that Randy was too. Changing position again. Now, whilst his teammates actually have control of the castle grounds, it's very difficult for the enemy to spot where he is, so he can move about in the open. No shot there. He might even have to consider going counter battery or firing over to the east side of the map to get a target. Rounds out the Leopard. Nope, didn't get it again. Now, the enemy Arty in this game is a T92 HMC. He's probably down in the southeast corner. Most Arty will stay around that area. Rounds out. Direct hit on the E75. Oh, he's gone. Now, didn't get the stun assist off that one, so the stun must have worn off. But we have got a 60 TP just the other side of that house. And if he goes to overhead view, you'll be able to see exactly where the guy is located. He's trying for a splash. Good chance that would have done some damage. We'll have to find out later if he actually did get the splash. Looking to the south again. You can see these guys now had to protect themselves from Arty-5 by staying behind the rock. But that Leopard made a big mistake coming out the way he did. Because if he does that again, then Randy will punish him. He's come out. Ow! What did I say? 927 hit points. He got a high roll on that one. 900 alpha is the normal alpha. So he got a high roll. And then the guy got taken down. I told you what would happen. I didn't know he was going to poke out, but I thought he would. And I knew that Randy had spotted exactly how he could get him. He aimed for the engine deck. The guy drove back in. He took the round full force. And it was a penetrating shot for sure. No doubt about that. That's the best shot he's had so far this game. Capitalized on the Leopard's mistake. Okay, now we've got an AMX M454, thinking that he can get into the castle grounds. He's going to sadly find out to his cost that there's a reason why the TNH failed. That's 405 hit points, and now he's down to a one shot. And I don't think he'll last very long. And he's now told the IS-7 that he's going to support him. You can see enemy tanks at the back of the map. There's a Jaeger over there as well. Now, the AMX-50-120 might be a difficult shot from this angle. But he still managed to get some splash off him for 111. The Shah's being overrun now. He doesn't have a teammate to help him. The AMX-13105 coming in optimistically from his rear. Going to pump 3 rounds into his posterior. Yeah, he's not going to survive. And he's gone. There's a number of enemy tanks trying to group at the bottom of the hill, the cliff, to the castle. 5120's decided to get out of there into a different position, but it doesn't help him because Randy gets him for 241 from Splash. He gets rid of his stun very quickly, though. 4 enemy tanks are now at the base of the hill. They've lost the 5120. That was a big mistake by that guy. The 13105, I think he's looking for help, or at least he's happy. Lots of fire coming in on these tanks. The Cobra is being very difficult to hit, though. Okay, the Jaeger is the next target. The AE Phase 1 dies to the G-Saw. Rounds out. Oh, that's so unfortunate. The shell actually went in just after the Jaegeru died, and he would have got the stun assist otherwise. There's that 60 TP that he fired at while it was behind the house. He's gone. That means now the last remaining enemy is a Cobra hiding behind this rock because the T-92's already gone. Oh, one of our guys just died from a crash. And that's it. Game over. Here's the end of battle results. That was a second-class tanker for Randy XXX777 in the GWE100. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 9. And he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And it really did help him because he didn't get any kills at all in this game, but he did get some really good damage. 2,583 is the win rate, which is Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he actually managed to get the second highest damage in the game. The highest damage actually went to the AE Phase 1 on our team, who managed to get 3,695 hit points. Second place was Randy with 3,339. And third place went to the Jaegeru on the enemy team with 3,252 hit points. If only that shot from Randy had landed just a split second earlier, he would have picked up even more stun assist as the Jaegeru was taken out. When it came to kills, it was the T10 who did the best with 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Wizzy 111 Model 14, the AMX 13105, and the Cobra all got 2 each. And I'm afraid Randy didn't get any kills, but as I said, that actually helped him to get the Confederate. When it came to base XP, he's a little higher up, but only 760 because he didn't get a lot of stun assist. The high scorers being the AE Phase 1 getting 1047 and 1047, and 1021 went to the Wizzy 111 Model 14, and they were the only 2 who managed to get over 1,000 base, with the AMX 1390 managing 876. He fired 13 rounds, so got a decent amount of shots out, and some of them were really helpful as well. 6 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, of course that was the Leopard, 11 splash, damage of 3,339 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 6 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but that got him the Confederate. And he also got 604 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. If he had a bit more stun assist, I think he would have actually got the first class or even an ace tanker. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss on that game of 12,374 credits, but that was down to the fact that he had to resupply consumables, and he also picked up 5 bombs because it was tier 10, and 1,520 experience points altogether. He says, not the best, but a nice juicy pen. Well, that Leopard was a very tasty pen indeed, because of course it was 927 hit points from just 1 shot, right on target. Yes, he did fire 2 shots at the guy while he was hiding behind the rock, but that 1 shot that definitely hit the target, that was a beautifully aimed shot, right on the money, and yielded an instant kill for somebody else. And he did splash that 60 TP, was hiding behind the building. He got 123 hit points of splash out of that guy, so we now know that right at the end. So 2 interesting battles for randyxx777. Of course, the first one went on Cliff, where the game is over rather too quickly, so he didn't get a chance to get any medals as such, but he did get 2 tasty kills out of it. And the second one, of course, where he actually didn't get any kills, but he picked up a Confederate instead. So well done to randyxx777. If you enjoyed those replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.